Hello and welcome to Belgium and the French-speaking region of Wallonia, nestled in the rolling hills in the south of the country for the Hulencourt Women's Open. The par 72 layout, a place for both golf lovers and history lovers, with the course just a few kilometres from the location of the Battle of Waterloo and the courtyard of the clubhouse where the British cavalry camped ahead of the fight with Napoleon's forces. Those events of 1815, a little bit before Helen Briem's time, but the German teen's busy making her own sort of history. A win and 6 top 10s in just 13 starts heading into this week, and second in Tenerife in her last outing. She would be the one to beat. The weather was hot, even in what was a breezy day. It was a case of what could have been for Emma Spitz in Tenerife. The Austrian unable to land the putts. Well, she didn't need one on the 10th in Belgium. One bounce and in for an eagle. The standout moment in a level par 72. Nastasia Nadaud has yet to pick up an individual win, but surely just a matter of time. Right on the money here at the 7th in a round of 3 under. Golf's been a bit of a struggle of late for two-time LET winner Cara Henry. Nearly 2 years since her last top 10 finish, but shoots a recovery from the Scot. On opening day 69, she closed in a tie for 4th. Cara enjoys playing in Belgium, coming second here in 2022, and this was a moment to remember at the 14th. Fair to say the ball was travelling, but the scorecard won't remember. A bonus birdie, the Moroccan champion, another in the clubhouse, 3 under. Helen Briem closed a shot ahead. The German ate up the par 5s with her length, but she still needed the flat stick to play ball. And it did. In for an eagle, and on a course that suits her big hitting style, an ominous sign for the rest of the field. Avani Prashanth, one of the hottest prospects in Indian golf, and the 18-year-old showed off why in the opening round at Hulencourt. The rookie firing at the flags as she matched Briem's opening day 68. But out ahead was Kelsey Bennett. The Aussie does her talking out on the course, and she was another, enjoying the kind pin positions on the 7th. The 67, she ended the day 1 clear. Good starts too from Lydia Hall and 2023 Access Tour Order of Merit winner Sophia Kipps-Gore-Nielsen. Bennett, though, the one leading the way, and she had a feeling the week would go well.
It just depends what sets up to your eye. Some courses you look at it and you play the practice rounds and you just think, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get this around here. But yeah, this course and the practice rounds and the other courses I've done well, I've just thought, yeah, this suits my game really well. So you just got to take that positive thinking and roll with it.
Thursday was hot, Friday even hotter. Simply sweltering for the players and caddies on the course. Shannon Tam, one of those probably comfortable in the humidity. The Singaporeans enjoying a strong start to the season, 4th on the Order of Merit heading into the week. She showed off her bunker skills. A 69 left a 4 under overall. Strange kind of round in a 71 from Nastasia Nadaud. After a birdie at the first, 17 straight pars that included some decent saves like this one at 17. Nevertheless, firmly in the mix at 4 under. No doubt about the putt of the day, Darcey Harry, with one of those you're normally pleased to get down in 2 from. This one helping the Welshwoman to an opening 68.
That's the longest putt I've seen hold all week. A double breaker, down the slope, no wonder she's smiling.
From the putt of the day to the story of the day, the return to form for Megan McLaren. Second bottom in Tenerife, she shot the first bogey-free round of the week with a 68. Quite a turnaround for the 3-time LET winner and a reward for some hard work behind the scenes. Kelsey Bennett put together a resilient performance. This went against the grain. A beautiful approach to 16 when she spent most of the back 9 scrambling for par. A 71 left her just 2 back. Avani Prashanth kept her challenge on track. A putting pose so composed, it looks like a freeze frame. And a 69 from the Indian saw her close 7 under overall and just 1 shot back. That was from Helen Briem. The German certainly has her putting boots on this week. A single bogey and some 5 birdies, including this beauty at the 8th. A well-earned high five coming from Dad on the bag, and with the rest of the family arriving to watch at the weekend, it would be time to put on a show. Avani, Prashanth and Kelsey Bennett among those in the wings looking to get in on the act, but Briem, with the putter firing, was looking good.
Yeah, I mean, last week I putted really well because the green's very, very difficult, and I had a great speed control, and it's the same this week. I haven't had a 3-putt yet in 2 rounds. That's pretty good for me, and yeah, I mean, I rolled some putts in, so some birdie putts. So yeah, I'm really happy with where my game is, especially my short game and my putting.
Temperatures, to the relief of all, dropped on day 3 and the thunderstorms stayed away. And Cara made the most of the conditions. The Englishwoman said Friday's heat made her feel physically sick as she dropped away, but she fought back in style on Saturday. A tap-in par at the last, wrapping up a round of 6 under, the best of the day, and within 4 shots of the lead. A tale of 2 nines for Shannon Tan on Saturday. An eagle and 2 birdies on the card as she made the turn in 32. The Singaporean couldn't keep it going. 1 over on the back 9 in a second successive 69 that left her 7 under overall. A similar story for Kelsey Bennett, 2 early birdies as she shot 71, also 7 under. Helen Briem had, by her high standards, a frustrating day at the office. 1 over as she stood over this approach at the 16th. This would prove to be an important moment. It would lead to a birdie, back to level par for the day, just 2 shots back. The secret to Darcey Harry's success this week has been a culinary one. The Welshwoman having penne bolognese at the same Italian restaurant every night. The pasta power clearly working. Another eye-catching round which included an eagle and 3 birdies, a 68 and in a tie for second. Alongside Frenchwoman Nastasia Nadaud, an impressive round of 67 from the Frenchwoman. Nadaud beat major winner Georgia Hall in a playoff in the PIF Global Series event in London last year. Confidence and self-belief not an issue heading into the final day. Out ahead though was Avani Prashanth, 4 birdies and a bogey on the card, and little doubt about the standout moment of the day. This a little special at the 14th, albeit with a little help from the pin.
That's one of the longest putts that we've seen.
The Indian then with her nose in front, but some 10 players within 4 shots. It will be the first time Prashanth has gone out in the final group on Sunday, and she was embracing the challenge.
I mean, obviously there will be some nerves, but I just try and forget about it. But I like playing under pressure, so it's going to be an exciting final round.
Stay with us to see if Prashanth could pick up her maiden win, or if the chasing pack could haul in the Indian. We'll see you after the break. Hello and welcome back to Belgium. We're just south of Brussels in Hulencourt for the final round of the Hulencourt Women's Open, where Avani Prashanth is on the brink of a breakthrough, the Indian rookie entering the final day with a narrow lead. But it's tight at the top. She holds just a single shot advantage over Nastasia Nadaud. All set up beautifully with the best looking trophy of the year on the line. Cooler conditions and a stiff breeze for the final day. Let's catch up with the early action. Lauren Walsh began the day 4 shots off the lead, but began in style. This quite a birdie putt to get her challenge up and running. A very different start for the overnight leader. Prashanth picking up a bogey at the first, and should go on to bogey the second too. While her rivals were landing birdies, albeit in Nadaud's 2 birdies with 2 bogeys. This had a great approach from the Frenchwoman that took her back to 9 under par. A second birdie of the day too from Darcey Harry at the same hole to move 1 under for her round. An early turnaround then, with Harry taking a narrow early lead. The Welsh rookie then in front. Amelia Garvey and Ginny Ding going well. They're in the group at 8 under par. I'm Richard Kaufman alongside 4-time Solheim Cup captain Mickey Walker. Mickey, looks like potentially some more problems for the overnight leader.
She was talking confidently after yesterday's round, but not off to a confident start today, bogeying the first 2. Trouble here at the 9th.
Well, she found a little gap between the trees, but I don't think she's made the most of it.
It's a new experience for her. It's a reality is different than what you think before you start the final round.
Let's catch up with Sarah Byrne at the par 3 11th. Oh, she hasn't, has she? Oh, that's ridiculous. Successive birdies to start the back 9, 4 under par, back to where she started the day.
Impressive play today from Nastasia Nadaud.
Yeah, this at the par 5 9th. She's overhit that a little bit. Needs to slow down. It's a pretty straightforward chip, that one, Mickey, really.
Yes, I wouldn't give that many marks out of 10, and neither would she. An area of her game where maybe she struggles with.
Been a really good back 9 for Amelia Garvey. 4 under since the turn. Short par 4 15th.
That was a pretty good bunker shot from where she was. She didn't have much room to work with. She's a very talented player. We've been aware of her for some time, and that talent showing this week.
Just missed her landing spot. Fair to say it's been a nervy, edgy front 9. Worth remembering the top 6 of the leaderboard going into this last day, Mickey. Average age of 21. There's some youth there.
It's exciting, isn't it? Exciting for women's golf to see all these young players coming through.
Well holed. Made a slight change to her putting routine today with her coach and caddy. You can see there Jamie Tipper seems to be working.
Probably a wise decision to use the putter after that last chip. Wow, she's making a real mess of this, isn't she?
Yeah.
By the green in 2 and now struggling to make par.
Yeah, and one of the easiest holes on the course, although Briem didn't birdie it today. Here she is now, back-to-back par 5s, up at 10. On the green in 2, went out with 9 straight pars. Hopefully that par run's going to end here.
Good attempt. You've seen that a lot this week. Difficult to get long putts absolutely stone dead. They just tend to trundle on.
Beautiful second in from Darcey Harry. No eagle, not guaranteed the birdie yet. She's going best of everyone at the moment in these last 2 groups.
Well, no problems with that one.
At last.
At last, and you do think the par 5s on this course are 4 of them. Helen can reach in 2 shots, so they should all be. That's a nice touch from her dad.
To avoid third bogey of this front 9, Avani Prashanth. And that's the way it's been. Ending the front 9 as she started it. Disappointing out in 39.
I love the way that Nastasia's demeanour doesn't change, whatever the result, whatever's happened. Well, that was a really clumsy drop shot. in position to birdie the hole and walks off with a bogey.
Well, there's no doubt that is a setback for the 20-year-old from the Savoie region of France, very close, grew up in Chambéry near Evian. She'd love to be teeing it up at that major. Darcey Harry then to open up a 2-shot lead.
He's been very solid on holding those putts right in the middle of the cup. Nice back-to-back birdies to finish the front line.
We'll hopefully pop this in and regroup on the back 9. There's still a tournament to be won, but that's a very disappointing first 9 holes of the day. Garvey could do with squeezing out a couple more birdies, though unlikely to see one here at 16.
That was a good putt though.
Had her first top 10 last week in Tenerife, where Helen Briem finished second. 183 yards, pin over on the right today at 11.
And it's such fine margins. I mean, that's a tough pin position, so close to the edge, and the slope throwing her ball away, and now she's got a very tricky little chip back.
Yeah, the breeze up today as well, adding to the difficulty, although this is a good lead. Just short in 2 at the par 5 for Darcey Harry.
Not bad, but she's got some work to do to continue that birdie streak.
Nadaud's left herself in a tough spot here at 10.
This will test her pitching, chipping skills. And just her ball being thrown away by that little rise in the green.
Yeah, that was a far more complicated chip shot than the one she faced on the previous green. Over to 17. Garvey going to be pin seeking. Oh, is she?
What a fabulous shot that was. Fantastic. A tough pin position on 17 today.
Mum and sister come out to watch her. That threatened.
She's just not having anything really go for her yet, has she? Well, that was well done. She needed that after that ugly bogey on the previous hole.
Yeah, that makes amends a little. Back to 9 under. Briem looking to tidy up at 11. Just.
Well, another one right in the centre. 3 birdies in a row. What a run she's putting together.
Yeah, 3 straight birdies for a 3-shot lead. And another one for Amelia. Garvey. 5 birdies and an eagle on the card today. She's putting together the round of the day. Off to 11. Darcey Harry's missed the green with her tee shot here.
What a lovely shot that was. The pins today, as you would expect, tucked just yards from the edge. That really was a good shot.
She just tickled that one down the slope. Couple of birdies, no drop shots so far today from Lauren Walsh.
Well, a rare poor tee shot by Darcey. She's got some work to do to save par.
Lovely hole, par 4, 12, 3 lakes on this. Just a wedge in hand for Helen Briem.
Good, she's got a good chance for a birdie here. She needs to get something going if she's going to take this title.
Well, she's been on a brilliant run, rolling in the birdies. This to save par though for Darcey Harry. Second bogey of the day. 3-shot lead starting the hole. Could be reduced to 1 shortly if Nadaud can pop hers in.
Up ahead on the 12th. Well, she's not hitting bad putts, but they're just not dropping. Just lacking a little bit of pace.
Well, we saw that monster putt from Sarah Byrne at 11. She's added another at 13, and there's another at 14. What a brilliant back nine this is turning into be. 4 in 5 holes. 2 Irish women in the hunt now, with Lauren Walsh there too.
Now, can she convert after that good tee shot? Yeah, she can.
Birdie, birdie start to the back nine. All smiles for Nadaud. And just like that, things have tightened up again. Garvey not without hope. She's got 1 hole left to play. But it's Darcey Harry in front in just her 9th Ladies European Tour event, but only by 1. Welcome back to the Hulencourt Women's Open in Belgium, where a 2-shot swing at the 11th has seen Darcey Harry's lead cut from 3 shots to 1. The Welsh leader is now at the 12th. Could be a good weekend this one, Mickey. 22nd birthday yesterday.
Well, it's going well so far, isn't it, this week? Pin today cut closer to that left-hand lake. To get close, you've got to flirt with danger. Well, that was a good shot. Where she was coming from, the one thing that she couldn't do was leave it short. But that's a very fast putt down there.
In a horrible position here, Nadaud. Bad lie, having to come over one of the 3 lakes on this hole. Looks like she's aiming out to the right.
She's got to be wary about the club turning over, and that's exactly what has happened. Oh, I think that just stayed up.
Yeah, it's dry, but it couldn't be any closer to the lake. She is not going to have a stance there. So another little twist to the plot. Up to Garvey, huge drive down there. 392 yards this par 4, just a flick in.
She's played some magnificent golf in this last round, hasn't she?
Well, she debated whether to take the putter out and hit it left-handed. This is the option she's gone with.
Well, unless she'd turned the club round and played it left-handed, that was the best option, but she's a long way from the hole. But she was lucky it didn't go in the water.
Yeah, on in 3, otherwise if she'd have been in the water, she'd have been playing 3. Par 5 with Lauren Walsh. With the tee up here today. Birdie number 3 of the day, 9 under. She led at the halfway stage in Tenerife last week. Fell away, but timing her run, it seems, this time round. As you say, Mickey, this is really quick. Walsh had a similar putt.
You don't think it's going to get there, but it does. That was well done. She was up for the task. It's not quite dead.
Well, this is for the round of the week. This for a 65 for the Kiwi. Not to be, but a super day. She's got her mum Beverly out watching her on the LET as a pro for the very first time. And I think they'll be pretty satisfied. Probably not going to be enough though, that 66, 9 under par.
Equaling the best score of the week.
There's her cousin Jamie on the bag, who's actually started coaching Darcey Harry in the last few weeks as well, so he's had a busy week.
She hasn't really holed anything, has she, today?
Not the weekend, really, as a whole.
Well, she just can't buy a putt. She's hit some good shots in.
Yeah. For her to miss out at 13, tee up as well, I mean, that's just a sign of the times. And look, it's getting to her. Not surprising, really.
Now, technically this is a par putt, but I think she'd settle for 2 putts from where she is. And just dropping a single shot. Well, she gave that a little bit too much respect. Very tricky putt. We saw how quickly it came down that slope from Darcey Harry's putt.
No, not sure what she's doing over here. Sarah Byrne at the short par 4 15th. Just avoided the long grass. Bit of tidying up to do for Darcey Harry, particularly after dropping a shot at the last. That's well done. Well, the lead's now 2 shots because Nadaud's going to drop at least 1. And there's her boyfriend, caddy for the week, Jakob Skov Ollison, a rookie on the DP World Tour, last year's amateur champion at Ballyliffin.
Oh dear. She got a lucky break by her second shot not going in the water, but dropping 2 shots here on the 12th. How crucial is that going to be?
Yeah, great start to the back 9, just been wiped away, back to 8 under now, 2 6s she's had either side of those 2 birdies. Came out of the bunker to there, and that is a momentum stopper for an infuriated Byrne.
Talented player, member of the winning Curtis Cup team last year.
You've been impressed with Ginny Ding this week?
I have. I watched her a bit in practice and she strikes the ball beautifully.
Bit like that.
Yes.
First player from Hong Kong to have a full Ladies European Tour card. Back to the leader. In range at 13. Oh, well done. A win would tick so many boxes for her, Mickey, not least a place at the AIG Women's Open on a home course at Royal Porthcawl.
She's been very impressive, and every part of her game has been, as has Lauren Walsh's. Oh, definitely the wrong time to say that when she misses a short putt.
Yeah, that's a 3-putt out of nowhere. First bogey of the day.
Not bad. I love the way her demeanour doesn't change. She's just come off that double bogey and just carrying on as she would, whether she come off with a birdie.
Talked yesterday about controlling these wedges. Well, it's another one that really hasn't behaved itself.
It's a big asset to have power, but it makes it hard controlling the distance all the time.
Now this is for eagle for Darcey Harry.
She's been putting quite brilliantly. This looks online. Incredible. Bottom of the cup again, and this is just brilliant golf by the young Welsh woman.
That is huge for Harry. 4-shot lead. They've been reading the greens together. It's proving to be a really good recipe for success. Well, a decent effort, but the lead's just getting further and further away from her now, Helen Briem. as it is for Avani Prashanth. This for a first birdie of the day.
Well, that was a ray of sunshine in a difficult last round for the young Indian player, but she's talented. She'll be in this position again, I'm sure.
Yeah, only 18. I mean, she wants to win now, but it's going to be a great learning experience for her. Must make for Nadaud, given what Darcey Harry's done.
Well done. That's a good way to come back from a bad hole.
But she's fallen further behind.
Yes, yes. Darcey's making it difficult for everybody, the chasing pack. Difficult to catch you when you're making eagles and birdies on every hole.
Fourth shot at this par 4 for Lauren Walsh. Played it really well, but even when the tee was up yesterday, I mean, it's what, 300 yards back. It's far from straightforward.
I think this is, it's a really tricky golf course. It doesn't look as if it's that difficult, but there's so many subtle parts to it. She's doing all the right things, isn't she? She's hit another green. It's not, you wouldn't say it's an obvious birdie chance, but you don't know with the way she's putting. She's putting quite brilliantly today.
Let's catch up with Cara Gaynor. 66 yesterday, started slowly. Nice. That gets her back to level par for the day. Got a dad on the bag on Father's Day.
She's been struggling. You can see that wrist protected. That's causing her some problems. Well, another iron straight at the pin by Nadaud. She's got a chance to make a birdie here.
She has been so consistent, Nadaud. Top 30 in her last 5 tournaments. It was a good up and down from the sand, but it is back-to-back bogeys for Walsh, and her hopes really now have gone. Back to 7 under. Particularly the way that Darcey Harry's going. The way she's going, she's going to want pasta bolognese every night, given that's what she's been eating here every evening. Another one tracking. And another one hold. One hand on the trophy for Darcey Harry. 13 and 14. Eagle birdie. A winning move.
Incredible. I mean, and it never looked anywhere else. This is a fantastic angle to see it, and from that point, it's straight in the middle. It's not going in the edge. It's right in the middle.
Only been one rookie winner so far this year, Mimi Rhodes. I think we might have a second soon. Nadaud just to keep a pace. Well, she's probably thinking she might be able to close the gap, and instead she's getting further away, Nadaud.
Well, this is some display by Darcey Harry. It really is. I mean, it's just incredible.
Disappointment for the Frenchwoman. Feels like now a chase for second place.
Well, she just can't buy a putt. There wasn't much wrong with that. Maybe an inch out.
But Darcey in dreamland. The Welshwoman has blown away the chasing pack with those huge putts at 13 and 14. A 5-shot lead with 4 to play at Hulencourt. Hello and welcome back to the final round of the Hulencourt Women's Open. When Nastasia Nadaud was back amongst the birdies, sticking it close at 15 and making no mistake with the putt. Not so for Harry, who also put it in tight, but for once the putter let her down. The lead then down to 4. Helen Briem's hopes all but ended at the 16th, a day where the birdie putts just wouldn't drop, and in this case, neither did the par one. Nadaud closing the gap a little, but Darcey Harry still in a fantastic position for a breakthrough win. The Welsh rookie leading by 4 shots, but she's out of position at the 16th.
Yes, she found trouble off the tee, played out to here. She's got a good angle to attack this pin, but she's playing 3 on the par 4, so... Well, she was watching it anxiously, but that had a laser-like direction onto the pin, just as she has all day long. Every chance to save her par.
143 yards, Helen Briem now after that bogey at 16. Maybe could get it back here. Get a good shot into this par 4, just bounce through the back.
Taking her putter, and she's done that very well.
Well, I mean, it was a 5-shot lead a few holes ago, reduced to 4 when Nadaud's birdie at the last, and remember Darcey Harry still has to hold out from a fair range for her par. Could get a little closer.
The Irish woman, Lauren Walsh, on the 18th. Downhill, down the green, not quite giving it enough. But you feel her breakthrough victory can't be that far away.
To avoid a drop shot. Got a 3rd bogey of the round, back to 13 under. Hardly panic stations, but we'll just throw a few question marks into the mind.
Well, we're just used to her holding everything. I mean, she's hardly missed anything on the greens, but dropping one there. I do think these greens are very, very tricky. They're often so subtle, the breaks. You have to know them, you can't actually see them.
It's been another good week for Lauren Walsh, and that is a closing 71 in 6th place as it stands, just ahead of Spitz, Gaynor and Sauzon, who all finished at 6 under. Okay, a par.
Our expectations of her are so high. I mean, you know, it's going to be another good week, but we think she should be winning. He looks like a fine fellow, doesn't he? Lots of interesting wildlife round Hulencourt.
So within 3 now, 2 holes to go. Got to try and pile on the pressure.
Excellent tee shot by the young Frenchwoman.
Job done. That is going to put a little bit of heat on Darcey Harry. She responds pretty well. This is not the first time she's been in the group final round. She was up there in Australia, finished 6th in the end. Had that experience behind her. Briem's 2nd on its way at 18.
You don't see any variation in her reaction, whether it's really good or not so good.
Got work to avoid a drop shot at the end. Such high hopes coming into Saturday. She was the one to catch, but now it's very much Darcey Harry, and this would give her a nice cushion to take down 18. Well, 5 shots became 4, then 3. Nadaud's got a putt to tighten it to 2.
Lovely little chip. You thought maybe if she couldn't do it with a putter, she might be able to chip it in, but not quite. It was a lovely chip to finish with, wasn't it?
It was, but it's a surprising weekend. I think Dag is coming for another hug after that one. Yeah, a couple of 68s first 2 days to lead. It's now going to be 2 72s over the weekend. Not enough to threaten the win. But it's going to be another top 5 finish. I mean, she's finished top 5 in more than half her Ladies European Tour starts, was an incredible ratio.
The golfing world is very well aware of the talent of Helen Briem, that's for sure.
Now this could make Harry's walk down 18 a little more uncomfortable.
Frustration. That was a super tee shot, but just couldn't convert it. So Darcey's going to have a 3-shot lead playing the final hole.
Yeah, that makes a difference. But second place would be of significance for Nadaud. Would be her best Ladies European Tour finish if she could manage that. Albeit I know she was after the win, as was Kelsey Bennett, who led the way on day 1.
She's fought hard this week. She didn't have her A game in round 2, but she kept it together. It's fallen apart a little bit in this final round, but finishing off with a flourish.
Yeah, finishes with a 74, 5 under par. 3-shot lead to take to 18. Just got to really avoid the bunker in the middle of the fairway. Beauty, says Jakob. Boyfriend come caddy, come DP World Tour player.
The long hitters, don't worry about that bunker. It's in range for a few of the players, but not Darcey. She does hit it well.
4 putted the 17th. Did Shannon Tan. Disappointing Sunday. Round of 74 for her, but up there in the mix again, as she seems to be every week. So that leaves 3 players left out on the course.
This pin today really back, 35 yards on the green. Difficult to make yourself hit enough club to get back there.
She's had some problems at this 18th as well. Gone left of the green the last couple of days, made a bogey and a par from there, but safely on board. Job as good as done now for Darcey Harry.
Nice day to be up there in a light airplane.
Well, she can cosy it down there. She can even afford to 3-putt this if she wanted. Not that she does. Quick putt.
She's been superb on the greens, and what a way to finish. I mean, a tap-in, regardless of the circumstances. Well done.
Yeah, I think it's hitting home now. You saw that smile on the face. To avoid a drop shot at the last here for Avani Prashanth. That's cost her a few euros and Order of Merit points, ending the day as she started it with a dropped shot. Going to be her first top 10 of the season, though.
She'll learn a lot from this final round, although it's not obviously the one she wanted.
And a runner-up finish confirmed for Nastasia Nadaud. But you could say it's been Harry in a hurry. Just her 9th Ladies European Tour start, months only as a pro, and now a Ladies European Tour champion. Job completed in Hulencourt.
A wonderful performance, and the celebrations will continue. It was her 22nd birthday yesterday, and today she's celebrating her first LET victory.
It's got to be done. Some of her new rookie friends amongst those to spray the champagne. Amelia Garvey amongst them there. What a weekend. What a performance. One to remember for Darcey Harry, those 68s over the weekend, winning by 3. She shared that house with Amelia Garvey this week, who posts her best finish so far. Top 10 for the 6th time this year for Emma Spitz. Klotz and Komulainen both follow up their strong weeks in Tenerife, but Hulencourt belonged to the rookie from Cardiff, who had a weekend to remember. The first trophy in the hands of Darcey Harry, who admitted afterwards her thoughts are already turning towards the AIG Women's Open at her home course, Royal Porthcawl.
I think that's kind of walking down the 18th, the only thing I kind of thought, because I was thinking about, oh, how can I qualify? I was, pretty nervous about not getting into it. So I think that's probably the biggest reward for me winning this week.
The victory sees Harry climb 25 places up to 8th on the Order of Merit. No Mimi Rhodes or Sarah Kuskova this week, but Helen Briem moves up to 4th. Rhodes, of course, leading the Rookie of the Year rankings as well, thanks to her 3 victories, but there's now another rookie winner. Harry jumps into 2nd. Nelly Corder-Rain shows no signs of ending at the top of the Rolex World Rankings. She'll be lining it up on the LET later this season in Scotland. Well, thanks for watching as Darcey's pasta power proved too much for the field as she took her first title. Next up, the tour heads to Czechia and to Prague. Stay in touch at ladieseuropeantour.com. Until next time, bye-bye for now.